Hi everybody, it's been really great to have you with us this evening. So I'm going to conclude the sessions with some thoughts about how we can adapt to the changes we're experiencing in the world at the moment, and also other challenges as they might come up in life. And I'll leave you with some suggestions about how nurturing some particular psychological strengths and resources that we all have available to us can help support our well-being during these challenging times. So all of our lives have changed a lot over the past year, some more than others, I know, and we still don't really know how things are going to unfold. So I think it's important at any time really, but especially at the moment, to learn how to adapt ourselves to the world that we're living in and the uncertainties that we might face in order to create more resilience and create a sense of joy in our lives and just generally to optimise our health and well-being. So to do this, we need to consciously develop both internal and external resources. And there's a concept in positive psychology literature, which I think encapsulates this really well. It's called psychological capital, which refers to the psychological strengths of hope, efficacy or self-efficacy, resilience and optimism, or hero as it's quite nicely known. So the extent to which we all have these traits and how they come naturally to us is different for us all. But the good news is that we can all consciously develop each of these capacities. And also the sum of these traits is greater than the parts. So even just small things that you can do to support each one can lead to big improvements in the overall sense of well-being that you experience. So it's about doing things and engaging in behaviours that help to cultivate a hopeful and optimistic outlook and to strengthen resilience and the confidence that we can handle challenges and changes when they happen. So building a hopeful and optimistic outlook, it doesn't mean putting your head in the sand or ignoring what's going on in the world or avoiding difficult feelings. It's about embracing the power that you have to choose how you respond to challenges as they arise. So all of the things you've heard in the sessions this evening have given you some ideas about how you can develop your heroes and the choices you can make to support your health. But we're talking about overcoming overwhelm and making changes to your lifestyle and incorporating new things into your life, especially during challenging times, can feel a bit overwhelming in itself. So I just wanted to leave you with 3 suggestions about how you can nurture your heroes without the overwhelm. So first, look at the things that are within your control. So there's a lot in our lives that we don't have much control over, especially some aspects of our environment and our general circumstances. And of course, we wouldn't want to control everything, or even try to. But there's a lot that we can control, especially when it comes to behaviours that support our health and well-being. So the sessions this evening might have given you some ideas about what you can choose to put into your body and practices that you might choose to do with a few minutes of downtime that can help to reduce the stress and overwhelm you're experiencing. And it's these kinds of choices that are within our control that can support our well-being. And this then leads me on to the second thing. So you don't have to do all of the things right away. So if you want to make changes or bring new behaviours or habits into your life, think about what's the most important thing to you right now. So what can you prioritise? What do you think would make the biggest difference in your life? So just decide on 1 or 2 things and then break these things down into small, manageable steps. So introducing new things slowly, step by step, means you're more likely to follow through on those behaviours and build sustainable habits. And also importantly, celebrate your successes as you go along, however small you think they are, and show yourself a lot of self-compassion along the way. And then finally, make time for the things that bring you joy. So this is so important for all of us, for our general well-being all of the time, but even more so during challenging times. So doing things that bring you pleasure or even just a snippet of joy helps to calm the nervous system and to reduce overwhelm. But when we're feeling stressed or in an overwhelmed state, the things that we find joy in tend not to come to mind. So we're in that fight or flight mode where we're in survival mode really, and we're not thinking about the things that are fun or that bring us joy. So I like to write a list List down all of the things that bring you joy and bring you pleasure and the things that make you laugh. So these don't have to be big things either. It can just be, having a quiet cup of tea or just putting on your favourite song. But if you have the list handy, if you have all of these things, there to see, you can see them in times when you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. And it can be a reminder to take a few minutes out and do something that can really quickly bring you out of that state of overwhelm and have a real impact on your well-being. So as you've seen this evening, there are so many things that can affect our mental and physical health. But rather than being overwhelmed by this, know that there's also so much we can do ourselves to support our health and well-being. But just take things one step at a time.